Decomposing body of elderly man found at St. Catherine home. The Shady Grove police in St. Catherine are probing the discovery of a decomposing body of a senior citizen inside his home on Wednesday. He is 61-year-old Fitzroy Branford of Pennington District. Branford's body was found lying on its back inside his home. It is revealed that he was last seen on Monday. Police issue high alert for missing teen mother and 1-year-old son. The police have issued a high alert for 1-year-old Jador Hansen and his mother, 17-year-old Rena Hansen, who has been missing since Monday, March 17. Jador is of light complexion, stout build, and about 30 centimeters tall, while his mother is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 5 feet 3 inches tall. Reports from the Gardentown police are that Rihanna and Jador were last seen at their home at about 7:30 a.m. on Monday. Jador was last seen wearing a long-sleeved t-shirt and blue pants, with Rihanna was wearing a black dress and white slippers. They have not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Jadine Hansen and Rihanna Hansen is being asked to contact the Gardentown Police Station at 876-702-1870, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Asafa wife expecting third baby together. Retired sprinter Asafa Powell and his wife Alicia are expecting their third child together. The couple revealed the exciting news on Thursday through their YouTube channel, The Powells, with Alicia showcasing her positive pregnancy test to their audience. She announced that she is currently 7 weeks pregnant. The Lord will provide. OMG. Them two boys not even know what's coming. Asafa shared, I have to prepare myself for sleepless nights. This will be the third child for Alicia and fifth for Asafa from his previous relationships. Indecom probing 3 separate fatal shootings in St. James. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indecom is probing 3 separate fatal shootings in less than 24 hours. All 3 incidents occurred in St. James. The deceased are 29-year-old Joshua Terrell, 52-year-old Andrew Morris, an unidentified man. Assistant Commissioner of Indecom Hamish Campbell said the incident pushed the number of people fatally shot by members of the security forces since the start of the year to 72. He said in the latest incident, at around 6 o'clock, an unidentified man was shot and killed during an alleged confrontation with lawmen in Lilliput. The other 2 men were fatally shot on March 19. Mr. Campbell said White was killed in Albion Lane, Montego Bay at around 4 p.m., while Terrell was fatally shot in Salt Spring at about 4:50 p.m. Mr. Campbell said no body-worn camera was used by the police during the incidents.
And the third one this morning in Lilliput, Montego Bay, St. James, which occurred at 6 a.m. this morning. It was a planned policing operation. Well, the full details are not yet known, but a man was fatally wounded in that instance. So in less than 24 hours, 3 further fatal shootings have occurred, which brings the total number to 72 so far this year on the 20th of March. In the matter at Albion Lane, Montego Bay, the police report that they were informed of and became aware of a man in the street armed with a gun, and during the pursuit of that man in the street in Albion Lane, they came under threat of the gun, and so they fired, and that man, the 52-year-old man, Andrew White, was killed. The first matter, Joshua Tyrrell, the full details are still being ascertained, but it was a planned operation with a search warrant. Officers report attending that scene. Upon entering the property, they report they were confronted by a man with a gun, and he was shot and killed. Indecom are investigating all 3. The scenes are still being investigated, especially the one from this morning. The officers have provided an initial account. 2 of those matters are search warrants, and the warrants have been provided to Indecom, and further questions will take place regards to the planning of those operations. None of them had body-worn cameras, either the 2 planned operations nor the spontaneous matter which occurred in Albion Lane. So investigations are very much ongoing on. And if anybody saw, witnessed or heard or has any information in respect of those shootings, then Indecom will listen to those matters and keep them confidentially.
Government expresses confidence in Cuban medical program after the U.S. claimed the program is linked to human trafficking. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Camina Johnson-Simmet, saying the government is confident that the Cuban medical program is a legitimate bilateral cooperation program, not an example of human trafficking. Her statement follows the decision of the United States to impose visa sanctions against government officials of the countries that participate in Cuba's overseas medical missions. The USA described Cuba's program as forced labor. Jamaica's medical cooperation program with Cuba has been in place since 1976 and has operated under agreements that have been upheld by successful administrations over the years. In light of the U.S. policy, concerns have been raised about how Jamaica's continuous participation in the Cuban medical mission could affect its relationship with the U.S. In a statement, Mrs. Johnson-Smith said a review of the program had been initiated well before international scrutiny had commenced. She expressed confidence that while improvements would be made to the administration of the program, it would not be found to be involved in human trafficking. She said talks continue with the relevant stakeholders, and it is hoped that there will be a positive outcome.
Given that the MOU had expired last year, the government of Jamaica had already begun a review process even before any international concerns were raised. So while we have identified a few areas for alignment with our own overseas labor programs and how they are administered, we are confident that the Cuban program is a legitimate bilateral cooperation program, not an example of trafficking. Jamaica's non adversarial handling of this matter reflects not only our practice of diplomacy, but the strength of our bilateral relationships with both Cuba and the United States of America. Our structured process of review and engagement is progressing well, and we remain confident in the integrity of this program. We continue to engage diplomatically, including discussions which I held with the Cuban foreign minister, the current head of the U.S. Embassy, with whom both Minister Tufton and I and our teams met. And of course, as between CARICOM foreign ministers, as you would be aware, we have had discussions. We've exchanged perspectives, and we are seeking to ensure the best understanding and outcomes of this matter.
No prison time for a woman caught with stolen baby. Anisha Ramsey, who pleaded guilty to stealing a 5-week-old baby in 2019 after allegedly agreeing to adopt the infant for $500,000, was given a 2-year suspended sentence in the Home Circuit Court. Ramsey pleaded guilty to the charge of child stealing last December. In handing down the sentence, Justice Leighton Pusey said that while the court must balance the circumstances of both mother and the defendant and send a clear message that the offense is very serious, a non-custodial sentence was appropriate in this case. The judge stated that he took into consideration there was no evidence that Ramsey was directly involved in the theft of the baby, her good antecedents, and the positive social inquiry report. He also noted that she had lost a child and was in a dark place at the time. Baby Frank was snatched while his mother was walking with him at Rosards Lane in St. Andrew on the afternoon of October 13, 2019. The mother was reportedly forced in a vehicle with her baby by men who later took the infant and released her. On January 22, 2020, the baby was found in Ramsey's care at the home in Hopewell, St. Andrew. She was arrested and charged. Court documents indicated that Ramsey had allegedly been in contact with the individual who gave her the baby before Nerd was abducted. Ramsey has maintained that she never knew that the baby was stolen when she agreed to adopt the child. Ramsey stated that she had earlier lost her own baby, and while going through depression, a friend told her that he knew someone in the adoption business and could get her a baby. According to Ramsey, she could not make the payment and was told that the payment plan could be arranged. Ramsey, who claimed she could not come up with that sort of money, she asked for her friend to come back for the baby several times, but he told her the baby's mother did not want the child back. Ramsey said that after she became suspicious, her friend blocked her and she did not know what to do. Attorney at law Ken Atkinson represented Ramsey. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.